For me, music is more than just a job or something I wake up and have to go do. It's something I love to do, and it's something I've loved my whole life, and it's just to be able to make music for the rest of my life. And if I can do that and make an honest living, I think that's all right.
This dog sleeping with shoes on.
Music has and always will be more than just something I have to do. It's something I get to do. To create is something I think all humans should do in some outlet, in some form. Everyone should find a purpose, an outlet, and music has always been that for me. When it comes to my music, I really just hope to make timeless classics that we can hopefully enjoy for years to come, and put a sound out in the universe that's unique to myself and how I feel, and hope everyone can vibe with what I'm putting out there. My name is John. I'm a beatmaker, producer from Long Beach, California. My beatmaking name is Sleeping with Shoes On. I've been making beats for a couple years. I grew up as kind of a guitar player, bass player, and just kind of transformed into beatmaking over the last couple years. So I was born here in Long Beach, California, but I was raised and grew up in Nyack, New York, which is a little town just outside of New York City. Early on, I can think back to growing up as a young kid. My dad was a huge CD and music enthusiast and would get CDs in the mail. BMG Music subscription service, I believe it was called, and every week without fail he'd get 5 to 10 CDs in the mail. Different genres, R&B, soul, classic rock, and he's super cool about letting me order kind of whatever CDs I wanted. He had racks of CDs at our house growing up. So yeah, I'd find myself just kind of going through his CDs, looking at the artwork, seeing which ones I kind of vibed with, and go up to my room where he'd always give me his old kind of music receivers and old headphones, and I would just go in and just listen to music and kind of discover new things that I liked. And I just kind of fell in love with music, and just kind of gained an eclectic taste for music from that. So a lot of credit for my dad early on. Man, so once COVID hit, I just kind of fell into sample-based music and beat making, and just through the power of social media and learning through that, I met some other people and just kind of created a network of people that I've been collaborating with. So yeah, it's been great. Workflow, I don't use, take pride in using kind of a hardware only approach. I use most of my music is sample based, so I use SP404s, which are popular in the lo-fi scene of beat making. But I don't really, I try to stay away from using DAWs, which is, for anyone that knows music, is huge for music production. So using old vinyl, using samplers, I really enjoy the sounds I can get out of using vintage Casio synthesizers and keyboards. So yeah, just kind of using all the elements, obviously back to, growing up as a guitar player, so I use those elements and throw some ukulele in there, and just really enjoy kind of molding all of those elements to create the sound that is Sleeping with Shoes On. I'd like to think my whole life is my inspiration outside of music. I do a lot of things. My passions are, nature, getting outdoors. Really love to go paddle boarding, surfing, hiking. I really like to incorporate a lot of nature sounds into my music, just using kind of samples that I found, whether it's rain sounds or the waves. Yeah, so nature plays a huge role and inspiration in my music. Lo-fi music for me, it's crazy when I really think back, because sometimes I wonder, how did I fall into lo-fi? But then I think back to my upbringing and the type of music I was into in high school and the early days of college, and it was very much similar realm. I really enjoyed kind of post-rock, Explosions in the Sky, L1011. If you're familiar with those type of bands, they're kind of instrumental, progressive. They really portray a certain emotion or feeling that I always connected with and just was really able to vibe with. And from there it kind of progressed into just house type music, and just again music that you can kind of get lost in your head with, and just kind of find a peaceful place. And whether you're going on a long drive or studying or working, just music that you can really vibe with. And that kind of naturally put me into the lo-fi world. When I'm making music, it's for me, and I know other people can relate it to their passions. Like for example, somebody that is really into yoga or really into trail running, finding that flow state is what I like to kind of describe it as, or just that Zen place where you can kind of get lost and time becomes something that really isn't a factor, and music gives me that. And there's really no better feeling than when a song just kind of comes together and you can feel not only pride in what you just kind of created, but also giving yourself that almost therapeutic kind of necessity of having a creative outlet. The kind of flow state that you can get in when you're out on a long paddle or you're out surfing is very similar to the flow state you can find yourself in when you're really in tune and diving into the process of beat making. So they definitely, just the focus and just being able to kind of get lost in that activity, it definitely correlates. Yeah, just the passion that I get out of surfing just really just kind of gives me new life. If I'm stuck or feeling uninspired, just to be able to get out in the water for a couple hours, then come back to work, just really revitalizes me as a musician and an artist. Future is bright. I'm super excited just for some stuff that I've already kind of put out on streaming services as by myself, but not only, as well as some awesome collaborations. I've got some amazing projects in the works that are going to be coming out in the next couple months that I'm just the sky's the limit. I'm really excited for the potential that they have, and really proud of some of the hard work I've put in, and honored to have people be able to listen to my art. Man, it's a kind of a double-edged sword, that everybody's doing it, but there's access for everybody to do it. So it's if it's something that you really are passionate about, you got to go all in, and you got to be genuine. You can't fake it, because people can really catch on to that. And yeah, you just got to have passion, you got to have drive, and you got to be committed.